CIA and I don't know what. A'udhu billah. What do we have to do with the kuffar? Wallahi, subhanallah, I don't understand how these people يعني, make such a thing. Are you ready to stand before Allah Azza wa Jal and to have us as your khasam at the day of judgment? Naam, like rabbis, calling rabbis and I don't know what. Will you come on the day of judgment? Yani, will you take that on the day of judgment? Wallahi, alhamdulillah, it's hasanat for us. We will take hasanat from you. Wallahi alladhi la ilaha illahu. Wallahi, we don't know any agents. We don't know. Wallahi alladhi la ilaha illahu. It is so ridiculous, and we are swearing by Allah Azza wa Jal. Not our mashayikh are agents, and they don't know about any. They have nothing to do with, not even remotely close, them or us or our shuyukh or our students or our brothers or our families or our. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. But it has become so easy to transgress against people and oppress them at these days. What are we going to do now with the people that say Madkhali? They took what our Shaykh Al-Allama Falah Mundakar said and what the Shaykh Al-Ghudayyan. Imagine Shaykh Al-Ghudayyan, someone on the caliber of Imam Ibn Baz and Ibn Uthaymeen. They say, look, these are agents for the state. They are Randkhalis. They are agents for. They do this in order to put in your head what? They don't trust them. They're not good. They are spies. They are this and that. طيب here, Auf radiyallahu anhu arda. He did what? He heard the munkar and he went to the authority instantly. This is exactly what he did, and he's a Sahabi. And the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ya akhwa, he used to put spies, and he had uyun, and he had, and so on. Well, in regards to wars, in regards to so many things. طيب, now they're going to say, AbdulAziz, look, he's an agent, and they're going to accuse me of this. I say, hold on. Imam Ibn Baz is saying it. Imam Ibn Baz is saying it. Look, Imam Ibn Baz is saying it. وَيُبَلِّغِ الْمَسْئُولِينَ عَنْهُ. Imam Ibn Baz. Tell me Imam Ibn Baz as well as an agent, and start bad-mouthing Imam Ibn Baz, and let's see who's going to believe you. If Imam Ibn Baz, wallah, this is just ignorance. Wallahi, akhu, this is ignorance. The Messenger did it, and the Sahaba did it, and there's evidence. Go and read about it. This is one of them. And Imam Ibn Baz is saying what? This is inkar al-munkar. You are denouncing that which is munkar. And that when you hear that which is munkar, you can go and tell those in authority. And ya akhwa, I want to expand on this. This doesn't have to do with CIA and I don't know what. A'udhu billah. What do we have to do with the kuffar? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take our right from the people that are calling us stuff like that. This doesn't have to do with agents and I don't know. Even at school, when you see a munkar, go tell the teacher. When you see a munkar, go tell the supervisor. When you see a munkar, you go and tell the principal of the school. I remember, I'll never forget, I went to a shopping mall in Kuwait. I went to a shopping mall. I saw there was a shop. There was a shop. I looked at the shop. They were playing videos. Wallahi, ya ikhwa, I have never seen such a thing in Kuwait. يعني inside they have the big screens and almost a woman in a bikini. Imagine this. So I went instantly in order to do what? In order to complain. How do you have something like this in Kuwait? Allahu Akbar. Wallahi, I have never seen such a thing. So I went. I said, I want to make a complaint. Who? To the one who's in authority. They said, what is your complaint? Write this, write that. Wallahi, ya ikhwa. The next time I went to the mall, they removed all of this. They removed all of this, all of it. It is something, wallahi, subhanallah. They didn't know it. They didn't pay attention to it. But you have some people that are against the people of Sunnah and Jama'ah. They don't explain it like this. Agents, I don't know what. Madkhalis, Randkhalis, Bootlickers, agents of the state, agent. What state? Wallahi, we are يعني poor. What are you talking about? Well, so some of us are teachers in schools, and others, he's just an imam in a masjid. Another one, he works in the ministry, and he works in the ministry, and meaning he works in the government sector. And what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Some are mu'adhin, and that's all they has to do with it. Wallahi, subhanallah, I don't understand how these people make such a thing. Are you ready to stand before Allah Azza wa Jal and to have us as your khasam at the day of judgment? Naam, like rabbis, calling rabbis, and I don't know what. Will you come on the day of judgment? Will you take that on the day of judgment? Wallahi, alhamdulillah, it's hasanat for us. We will take hasanat from you. Wallahi alladhi la ilaha illahu. Wallahi, we don't know any agents. We don't know. Wallahi alladhi la ilaha illahu. It is so ridiculous, and we are swearing by Allah Azza wa Jal. Not our mashayikh are agents, and they don't know about any. They have nothing to do with, not even remotely close, them or us or our shuyukh or our students or our brothers or our families of our. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. But it has become so easy to transgress against people and oppress them at these days. But the argument that I'm saying is, even if there were some people like this, Shaykh al-Ghudayyan is the one who said it. You're talking about al-Ghudayyan, you're talking about Falah Mundakar, you're talking about huge ulama. They made the argument, they said, and so what? And Hamad al-Ansari as well. Look, al-Allama Hamad al-Ansari. They said, and so what? Even if they called you agents, is that a bad thing? This is what Shaykh Falah Mundakar was saying. Shaykh Falah Mundakar, he said, we went to our shuyukh and we told them they are calling us agents. And look, it's since a long time, huh? The Khawarij, this is their Salaf. They always do the same thing. Don't think this is something new. So they went to him and said, Shaykh. So Shaykh said, and so what? Yeah, the Shaykh didn't realize it. So what? Is that a bad thing? They don't even think about it negatively. Why? Because they have deep understanding, ya akhwan. This is a job just like any other job. And it's not just has to do with what is inside intelligence or whatever, or police, or no. Inside schools, inside homes, you tell your parents. If you see munkar in the house, you go to your father and you say, Dad, there is music, there is this and that, there is a for example, a dog at our house, and it brings the shaitan. So you go, you gather your children. My children, this is not good. It brings the shaitan. Do you want the shaitan to sit and cause you problems? You see, you are not feeling well, and you are not happy, and you feel sadness, and you feel agitated between one another. It's because when there is a dog in the house, the Messenger ﷺ said that the angels don't enter. You understand? You start telling them, get it outside, or get the don't play music, don't. Same thing as the story that I have told you. Same thing at universities, at schools, at workplaces, right? That's why you have human rights in the first place. You have the public relations and HR, and I don't know what you call them, in there, because if a violation happens or whatever, you go to them because they are in authority and they make sure that things like that and violations don't happen, and so on. What's going on? Since when this is a bad thing? When ignorance has a mouth and starts speaking, this is what comes out of it. As simple as that. طيب. And then Imam Ibn Baz says, he says, in this there is inkar al-munkar, for the one who has heard it, and that the one who hears the munkar, he denounces it, and he goes to those in authority and he tells them about it, especially with such a great deplorable thing, munkar, which is the cussing of Allah Azza wa Jalla and His Messenger and His religion. I want to expand on this. In Kuwait, alhamdulillah, if people don't go and tell those in authority, then we wouldn't have what we have from phenomenal, and other countries as well, not just Kuwait, phenomenal things. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward Kuwait, their government and authority, and its people. Ameen. All pornography is blocked. All pornography is blocked. Whether phone, whether whatever internet, it is all blocked. They don't make it easy whatsoever for you. You see that I asked my students about this, and they all told me about this. So this is a fact. You know the stores that you have for video games? The stores. You have like a store for this, for PlayStation, and the store for this console, and store for that console. There's the store of Kuwait. It has the games and everything. If the games have nudity, they will cover them, or they will not allow the game altogether. You know, did you know this? If some, and even sometimes if it has things that go yani touch, not all, but yani some that touch upon the aqid and whatnot, they block it and don't allow it. Or this is protecting our kids. If the kid is playing, he's not going to see shirk or kufr, or he's not going to see a'udhu billah, intimacy or nudity, or same thing with what they sell regarding entertainment from what people watch and stuff like that. And also in the cinemas, they cut off everything. Even they cut off kissing scenes, they cut off even if wearing, not dressed properly, they will cover that as well. They will cut that off as well. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. They reduce all of these things. Like, if people did not complain about this and did not tell them about these things, how would they know it in the first place or do it? And they hire people for these things. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them immensely. And if you look at also the channel on the what do you call it, the satellites and whatnot, you will see that there's so much religious things that are being broadcasted, and they don't broadcast things that are vulgar and things that have dressing in a way that is very showing, or showing in the first place. Actually, they don't show any intimacy, they don't show any. Alhamdulillah ya akhwa, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. طيب, how do you reach such things? How do you reach such things? By this as well, ya akhwa. If we see the munkar and you remain silent, you don't tell anybody about it, this is wrong. You tell those in authority, they can do something about it, right? Nah.